Hello, and welcome to Don Hammond's Arlington Weekly News. I'm Daniel Pineda. We have a great program this week. We have our news stories, community bulletin board, and 55 plus news. But first, a social media reminder. You can watch the Arlington Weekly News on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Arlington Weekly News and the number 1. Also on Facebook and WERA 96.7 FM. And now on to our first news story for this week. As of Saturday morning, July 24th, reports show the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in Arlington increased again, up to 15,435. We at Don Hammond's Arlington Weekly News will continue to monitor the situation as the summer progresses. As for vaccinations, as of July 24th, 145,713 Arlingtonians have received at least one dose of the COVID vaccine, and the number having received 2 doses was 132,151. Arlington's total population is listed at 231,803. But not all of them are eligible. Detailed census data is not easy to obtain, but our best estimate of Arlington's population under the age of 12 is about 19,000. Deducting that figure from the total population yields 212,803. Based upon that calculation, the percentage of eligible Arlingtonians who are at least partially vaccinated is still a little over 68%. In a supposedly enlightened community, this could be a lot better. The Arlington County Board today approved signing of the indefeasible rights of use agreement with JBG Smith to use his share of county-owned excess dark fiber and conduit access in National Landing. This agreement will support and benefit businesses, federal agencies, educational institutions, the public, and other organizations with cost-competitive and reliable access to high-speed wired or wireless 5G data transmission capacity to promote economic and community development. In exchange for conduit access for 75 years with an option of 24 additional years, JBG Smith has agreed to provide Arlington with funds that offer an opportunity to support Arlington's digital equity goals. Arlington will receive $2.8 million up front, an additional $700,000 when connection is established to another section of dark fiber in the future. Arlington previously installed the underground dark dedicated fiber to connect all of its facilities and the public school system with high-speed broadband technology. Arlington installed additional conduits in the ground to support the use of its dark fiber for economic development purposes to meet the growing demand for digital services. Through the conduit lease, the National Landing community will gain separate, secure access to the network of dark fiber. The National Landing area comprises the Crystal City, Pentagon City, and Potomac Yard neighborhoods. With a total price of $3.5 million in 75 years of conduit access, that works out to be about $46,667 per year, based on the overall inflation rate from the previous 75 years going back to 1946. Purchasing power for that final year will be about $3,350. Of course, after 75 years, it's unlikely that any of the people who made that agreement will be around to be held accountable, either for good or for bad. And now on to our next news story for this week. The Arlington County Board has approved a $1.25 billion 3-year capital improvement plan that focuses on meeting Arlington's existing commitments, addressing critical infrastructure maintenance, and beginning investments in long-term plans and programs that will ensure sustainability over the years to come. The adopted plan includes investments into funding for the ongoing neighborhood conservation program, the recently adopted Vision Zero program implementation, and the county's stormwater infrastructure. The board additionally approved investments in the county's ongoing maintenance for HVAC and roof systems in various county facilities. The CIP funds the Bluemont Park Tennis Complex replacement, as well as replacements for one bridge at Lubber Run and one at Glencarlin Park as part of the Trail and Bridge Modernization Program, and planning funds for an Arlington boathouse project, given recent support by federal partners. As part of this plan, the board directed the manager to implement both an electric bus pilot program and a procurement process to begin replacing 15 buses with electric buses starting in 2024. The plan also includes the second entrance for the Crystal City Metro Station, Arlington Transit Facilities, and the Columbia Pike Multimodal Project to improve transportation options for pedestrians, cyclists, motorists, and transit riders. And now on to our last news story for this week. The county board unanimously approved a bond referendum totaling $85.535 million to be put before the voters on the November ballot for projects adopted by the county and schools in their capital improvement plan. The referenda include $17 million for community infrastructure, $6.8 million for local parks and recreation, $38.7 million for metro and transportation, and $23 million for Arlington Public Schools. These figures include $20.7 million for metro, $17.5 million for paving, $2 million for neighborhood conservation, and $9.73 million for courthouse renovations and courts and police building improvements. The referenda also include $5 million for renovation of the Bluemont Park Tennis Court Complex replacement, $1 million for the Trail and Bridge Modernization Program, $700,000 for design of improvements to one building on the Quincy Street site, and $800,000 for planning the Arlington Boathouse project. If approved, the $23 million schools bond would fund kitchen improvements and major HVAC replacements, entrance and vestibule renovations, improvements to the Heights building, and synthetic turf field replacements. That does it for the news for this week. Now on to our community bulletin board stories.
Hi, and welcome to CBB. The big news is that the Arlington County Fair will be returning for real this year. Cole Show's Amusement Company will return to the Arlington County Fair to provide amusement rides, midway games, and delicious food for fairgoers of all ages. The Arlington County Fair is partnering with the New District Brewery to bring fair patrons the second annual beer garden. Come enjoy the fair and then enjoy a New District beer made locally here in Arlington. The beer garden is free to enter. You'll have to pay for the beer. Families and children are welcome, and they look forward to welcoming you to the beer garden. The Arlington County Fair is also proud to showcase the best of Arlington and our neighboring communities. Join in at the entertainment tent on Saturday and Sunday as they host a variety of local music groups and solo performers. The entertainment tent is located on the turf field. Seating is provided under a tent, and fairgoers are encouraged to grab some fair food for a picnic and cheer on the performers. The website also mentions that the Arlington County Fair is working towards the goal of becoming a zero-waste event. That's a nice way of saying, behave yourselves. While we're on the subject of good behavior, we were unable to locate any COVID-based guidance, but here at Don Hammond's Arlington Weekly News, we encourage attendees to wear masks. It's hard to social distance when you're sitting next to someone on a Ferris wheel. Next up, Arlington County's Public Health Division is offering free walk-in COVID-19 vaccines to individuals aged 12 and up. Please note, children 17 years and younger must be accompanied by a parent or legal guardian to receive their free COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccines are free, safe, and offer the best protection from COVID-19. Get the facts and then get yourself and your child vaccinated. Please bring any form of identification to confirm your identity, for example, a utility bill, pay stub, insurance card, or a driver's license. The vaccines being offered are Moderna, Pfizer, or Johnson & Johnson as available. For Moderna, Pfizer, individuals will receive instructions at the end of their first dose on how to obtain their second dose. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine is a single shot and does not require a second dose. That's on Friday, August 6th from 12:30 to 4:30 p.m. Here are the locations. The Eads Room at the Aurora Hills Branch Library, 735 18th Street South. Also, Meeting Room 1 at the Columbia Pike Branch Library at 816 South Walter Reed Drive. Can't make it on Friday? There's another round on Saturday, August 7th from 12:30 to 4:30 p.m. in the Campbell Room of the Shirlington Branch Library at 4200 Campbell Avenue, and also on Saturday, August 7th from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock p.m. in the Longfellow Room at the Westover Branch Library, 1644 North McKinley Road, number 3. Obtaining the vaccination is something we all owe to the rest of our community. Next up, a concert by La Marbella. La Marbella is an all-women music band that plays and highlights the richness of rhythms from the Colombian Caribbean region rooted in African, indigenous, and European influences. The group was formed in an effort to provide a learning space and honor Colombian ancestral music from a female perspective. It's also nice to listen to. That's on Friday, August 6th at 8 o'clock p.m. at the Luberon Amphitheater, 200 North Columbus Street. Next up, Bobby Thompson, an Arlington native who has released 7 albums over the past 10 years and is about to release his 8th. This will be his first full-length acoustic-based record. Building a career based on his guitar skill, Bobby has not only developed his vocal performance and band-leading skills, but he's also dug deep for the songs, putting the craft of songwriting as equal to his guitar prowess. With him at Luberon will be an experienced band including Darren Blessman on drums, Christopher Brown on bass, and Ben Tufts on percussion and backing vocals. The group will perform versions of some of Bobby's newest material from his new album, Old Home, along with crowd favorites such as Good Things That We Have and My Everything. That's on Saturday, July 31st at 8 o'clock p.m. at Luberon Amphitheater, 200 North Columbus Street. Next up, we have Mr. Gabe and the Circle Time All-Stars. Mr. Gabe is a former stay-at-home dad turned into a children's entertainer. He and his band, the Circle Time All-Stars, have been delighting young audiences throughout the area for over 5 years. Featuring electric guitar, bass, and drums, they perform a rockin' and rollin' mix of traditional favorites, family-friendly rock and pop songs, and witty originals from Mr. Gabe's 2 award-winning CDs. According to Ashley Jo Farmer of the Parents' Choice Foundation, listening to Mr. Gabe sing is like hearing an old friend telling stories on the front porch swing. Ms. Farmer left out the part about the old friend having a rock band with him. That's on Sunday, August 1st at 11 o'clock a.m. at Luberon Amphitheater, 200 North Columbus Street. For more information about the performances, call Arlington Cultural Affairs at 703-228-1450. Now it's time for 55 Plus News.
Howdy, and welcome to 55 Plus News. The 2021 Northern Virginia Senior Olympics is returning for its 39th season with an opening ceremony on Saturday, September 18th at 9:30 a.m. at the Thomas Jefferson Community Center, 3501 2nd Street South in Arlington. Over 50 events will take place from September 18th through September 30th at 17 venues throughout Northern Virginia. The online-only registration opens on Saturday, July 31st and closes on Monday, September 6th. You can register through www.nvso.us. Registration brochures with detailed information were mailed to past participants and are available at some community centers as well as online. Participants must be 50 years of age by December 31st, 2021 and live in a sponsoring jurisdiction. The registration fee is $15 and that covers multiple events. It is expected that all participants and volunteers will have been vaccinated against COVID-19 and follow protocols in place during the competitions. There are events from track and field to tennis and swimming to Sudoku and, new this year, crossword puzzles. Gold, silver, and bronze medals are awarded after each event. All events are open to the public. For more information, email nvso1982@gmail.com. Results and photos from previous years can also be found on the website. Sponsoring jurisdictions are the counties of Arlington, Fairfax, Fauquier, Loudoun, and Prince William, along with the cities of Alexandria, Fairfax, and Falls Church. Next up, we got something called Skin Care Secrets. Here's a chance to learn how to smooth, firm, and brighten your skin while reducing the effects of skin aging. And you can do it without using big name or expensive products. Skincare coach Julia James will demonstrate step by step how to achieve positive results with her tried and true skincare method. And hey guys, this is not just for women. Good skin health is for everybody. You can register online or call 703-228-4747. The activity number is 914-500-2. That's coming up on Friday, August 6th from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. You gotta be 55 and up, and 55 plus membership is required. This is a virtual event. Next up, it's time for some gentle and meditative yoga. Beginner yoga students will learn safe and supportive ways of recognizing and relaxing long-held tensions that can cause unease or pain in the body. This class is also suitable for students who wish to increase their flexibility and strength. There will be breathing exercises, guided relaxation, and meditation periods to enhance clarity and peacefulness in mind, body, and spirit. They do ask you to bring along a yoga mat. The instructor will be Debbie Sheets. You can register online or call 703-228-4747. The activity number is 914-899-10, and it's coming up on Monday, August 9th from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock p.m. at the Lubber Run Community Center, 300 North Park Drive. You gotta be 55 and up and 55 plus membership is required. Finally, in 55 plus news, it's rock music legends, the Summer of Love. Back in the summer of 1967, which was known as the Summer of Love, some 100,000 young people converged upon San Francisco's Haight-Ashbury neighborhood and sparked a cultural revolution with its own special sound. Well, they were young then anyway. You know how that is. Carl Gold will be around to discuss and perform the work of some of the best-known artists from that era, including the Jefferson Airplane, the Grateful Dead, and others. You can register online or call 703-228-4747. The activity number is 914-400-11, and that's coming up on Tuesday, August 10th from 1:30 to 2:45 p.m. You gotta be 55 and up, and 55 plus membership is required. This is another virtual event. Anyway, that's all I got for 55 plus news.
I will play something, and it starts with it's called Gypsy Arabic Passion.
Sounds good to me. In case you just joined us, this is Jorge Serafin from Patagonia, Argentina.
Comodoro Rivadavia.
Yeah,
Yes.
playing incredible guitar here on this little interview spot, and I think we'll be hearing more. excuse me, from Jorge before too long. So for now, thanks for listening and for joining us. I'm Craig Nolan. Back to the desk.
And that concludes this week's show. We will be back next week with more news from Arlington. Meanwhile, be careful, be safe, and be well.